What is going on, guys? Today's episode is 02 coming guys video today, and I'm gonna try not to do any cuts during this video, basically because it's too much work, and that's just about it. But anyways, I don't want to make any mistakes, but if I do make any mistakes, oh well, it's whatever. I just don't want to do any cuts during this video. But anyways, you saw the title of this video, you know what it is. I'm going to be breaking down the Big Brother 18 Final 3. Now, this is clearly not one of the best Final 3s. It's just not. But it's definitely one of the most interesting. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. I'm going to try to talk about it in as little bit of time that I can. And, yeah, so let's just get to it. So let's talk about, the comp wins. No, let's just talk about the final three first of all. We got James, we got Paul, and we got Nicole. Now, James has had one comp win this entire season, and a lot of people are like, "Boo, he ain't win that many comps. He ain't win that many comps, so that make him a terrible player." First off, I don't think that James is a great Big Brother player. I just don't. But I don't think that he's absolutely terrible, but I don't think that he's a great Big Brother player either. And comps, Big Brother is not all about comps. Like, it's really not. I feel like Big Brother is more of a strategic game. Sorry, I feel like I have to burp. But, yeah, that's for another video. And Nicole has won 3 competitions, I believe. Oh, but she won HOH before, remember? She won HOH. Look, she was the head of household that week, but she didn't win an HOH competition. So I'm only counting 3 wins. She won 2 vetoes and 1 HOH competition. She was HOH twice, so that would make 4. But she didn't actually win the competition. She just was the HOH. Just like Jerry from Big Brother 10, he was the first HOH, but he didn't win an HOH competition. So yeah, so I'm not counting that her first HOH as an HOH win, but she was HOH nonetheless. And Paul, I think he's had 4 comp wins if I'm correct. Let me just check real quick. Paul. Oh no. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let me see that. Let me see something real quick. And then he was HOH twice. So I believe that Paul actually has 5 comp wins if I'm correct. He was HOH 2 times, and he won 3 vetoes. Wait, I don't remember him winning the veto this week though. Wait. What the heck? I don't remember him winning that. Wait, let me see something. Could these people outside stop making noise? Yo, why do you have to take out the garbage so loud? Anyways, yeah, I think Paul has 5 comp wins. I think he won 3 vetoes and 2 HOHs. So correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But, yeah, but Big Brother's not all about comp wins. Let's talk about the games that these people have played. So, Paul, he just didn't have one strategy the entire game. I believe that Paul was more of a social and strategic player, but players that play Paul has played the game much differently, because players that usually play Big Brother, they stick to one strategy. But the way that the hand that Paul was dealt this season, he couldn't stick to one strategy because he would fail. He had to win he couldn't just throw competitions or willy-nilly like Dr. Will Dan Derek could. The hand that he was dealt this season, with all the people returning, the twists, this, that, whatever, Paul just had to do whatever. And, he did play the social game when he needed to. He did play the strategic game when he needed to. And he did win the competitions when he needed to. But Paul is the type of player that, he shouldn't be there. Like, the way things happen, I don't mean like he shouldn't be there like he's a bad player, but, like, the way things happened the first week, you would think, like, if you were watching it, 2 months ago, you were watching Big Brother 2 months ago, you would not think that Paul would be here right now at all. Like, you would think that Paul would be gone the second or third week. Like, the way that Victor left, and then you thought, oh, Paul's done. Paul's completely done after this. But no, Paul was not done after this, because Paul went on to be on the block time after time after time again, and he survived. And you know what? The week after Victor got evicted, Bronte actually got evicted. Paul took the target right off of his back because bigger targets were inside of the house. I feel like James has played an okay, like, there were times when James was just there. Well, James was just there all of the time. Meaning that, like, he didn't do much. And people are, like, saying that his HOH was a waste because of him taking out Frank. I don't believe that whatsoever. James's HOH was great. And here's why. James didn't have to do anything. He did not have to do anything. And you know what? Because this is why. Frank already made himself such a big target that James taking Frank out would not do anything to him, his game, Natalie's game. And if he didn't take Frank out that week, there were so many free agents in the house, meaning like people who didn't have like a strong alliance or anything like that, or a big alliance. There were so many free agents in the house that if James didn't put up Frank and Victor, all of those I said Frank and Victor, Frank and Bridget, all of those free agents in the house, and those other two showmances / 3 pairs would be gunning after him so hard. And oh, but James did Paulie's dirty work. Honestly, if you really want to get technical with it, that's what everyone in the house wanted. And James was like, you know what? Everyone in the house wants it. Might as well just do it. And James set himself up for that situation. And you gotta give James the credit. You've gotta give James the credit for setting himself up in a situation that he didn't really have to do. Like, it was almost like an unspoken thing that Frank was gonna go up to everybody in the house. Like, James didn't really have to say anything. Now, Nicole. I really dislike Nicole. But let's just try to focus on some of the good points in her game. Let's try to just focus on some of the good points in her game instead of the bad points. Okay, so I'm trying to really find something good about Nicole's game, because I really don't like her game. I really don't think that she deserves to win. I'm just gonna say whatever. Okay, so everyone's saying that, oh, Nicole, she did the entire hosting. This was like up until this week actually, everyone's, Nicole spent the whole season without being on the block. She's amazing. She amazing. Now that she was on the block, oh, Nicole spent the whole season until Final Four to be on the block. She's amazing. Shut up. I don't care how many weeks, how many days that she spent not on the block. Nicole was on the block nonetheless. No matter how many days, how many weeks that Nicole spent not being on the block, she was on the block. So it doesn't really matter. Like, that's like saying if Derek went on the block in Final Four, years later, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, he spent all these weeks until all the weeks and other than Final Four, he wasn't on the block. He wasn't on the block other than Final Four. It doesn't matter. He was still on the block. But anyways, Nicole laid low. Nobody targeted her. Nobody was a target. You know how many people targeted Nicole? You know how many people wanted her out? But the thing is, the people that wanted Nicole out, the people that wanted to target her, those weren't the people that were winning the competitions. And the people that were winning the competitions, is not necessarily that Nicole was on their side. It's because Nicole is bad at the game. They knew that Nicole was so bad at the game that she wouldn't be a threat to them. So, and it's not like, you know how players like Dan, Will, Derek, I'm trying to think, who else? A lot of other players too. They actually, through competitions, they actually played down how good they were at the game. They actually act like they were terrible players and bad at the game for strategy. That's why they weren't targeted by anyone. But the difference with Nicole was that she wasn't targeted for those reasons that I just mentioned. But it was not strategy. It was not strategy. She was actually bad at the game. Unlike Derek, Dan, Will, who acted like they were bad at the game to get them far. But Nicole was actually bad at the game. It was not a strategy. And, sorry. It was not a strategy. That's why, really, a car? It was not a strategy. That's why she was not targeted. So, does that make her a good player? Because she wasn't targeted for being bad at the game. So, because of that, does that make her a good player? That's actually the question. And I think no. No, she is not a good player. Like, it's just so confusing. I don't think she's a good player. Like, she was actually bad at the... She's actually bad at the game. It's not because, like, she's using that as strategy. She's actually bad at the game. And Nicole, she was laying low the whole game. She was doing this, she was doing that, do. Again, it was not strategy. She was actually bad at the game. And Nicole, she literally did nothing. She did nothing until Final Four. Tell me one thing that Nicole did that makes her deserve to win the game. Tell me one thing. She got Jose out. Oh, she got Michelle out. Literally 2 things. She literally did 2 things. Like, what the heck? That's literally the only things that she's done the entire season. She got Jose out, she got Michelle out. Let me tell you something. She did not get Paul and Victor out. You know who got... I said Paul and Victor. She did not get Victor out. You know who's the one that got Victor out? Corey. Nicole was like, oh, I want to play Big Brother, not Big Baby. Oh my God. But then when Corey actually wanted to make the move, Nicole was like trying to make him not make the move. And then when Corey did make the move, she ran upstairs and locked the door. I thought you wanted to play Big Brother, not Big Baby. Let's go. And literally at Final 6, she was like, I think I want to start making game moves. Yo. It's Final 6. Final 6. And you say that you want to start making game moves? Yo. Week 11. And you say you want to start making game moves. Boy, you better stop. Like, and like, the thing that's worst about Nicole is her delusional supporters. That's the thing that's even worse. Because they actually believe that she's playing a good game. They actually believe it. What the heck? And James, he really hasn't done anything either. Like, he got rid of Frank. But then after he got rid of Frank, he literally did nothing. Yeah, he laid low. But the thing is, laying low is part of the strategic social game, strategic strategy, whatever. But you still have to be making moves behind the scenes. Laying low doesn't mean doing nothing at all. Like, it doesn't just mean doing nothing. Like, what the heck? Paul literally has been working day and night, making moves, making sure that he's safe all the time. He's been doing this entire season. He's been winning the competitions that he needed to when his butt was on the line. Like, Paul has slithered by so much. Like, he's... Really? Anyways, Paul has slithered by. He's made moves. He's made people believe what he was saying. Like, Paul played a great game this season. And this is all from a guy that knew nothing about the game versus two veterans. I am actually disgusted. That this guy, Paul, who knew nothing about the game, first week of the game, Paul knew nothing about the game. Literally, he was like, what? He won the Power of Veto first week. He said, what does POV stand for? He didn't even know what Power of Veto meant. Like, he didn't even know. And he went from that to playing the best game of the season versus two people that have played Big Brother before, that have experienced it before, that should have learned from their mistakes. Nicole did nothing but just lay in bed with Corey the entire season until week 10. And she said oh, no showmance, no showmance. Whatever. You should have learned from your mistakes. This is 500K on the line, 500K on the line, and you're blowing it for some boy and James. Like, you're blowing it for a girl when you've played the game before. Nicole, you're blowing it for a boy when you played the game before. Well, they already blew it already, but I hope that they do not win. Jury, I know they will not see this video, but do not vote for James. Do not vote for Nicole. Do not vote for either of them. Vote for Paul, because Paul has actually played the game the whole season. He didn't just decide to start playing the game week 10. He didn't just decide to stop playing the game, week 5. He played the game the entire season, and he deserves to win. But that's none of my business, baby. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe. You obviously like this video because you are here at the end. Like, why would you watch something for this long that you did not like? I don't understand it. So just thumbs up the video. Please do it. And follow me on all my social media stuff. That's in the description. And make a video every single day of the week. Till tomorrow, you guys know what to do. Tell you every time, I tell you every video. If Nicole or James wins this season, especially if they're sitting against Paul, I will definitely make a rant video, and I will get angry. I will get very angry. Stay V sleep.